Good afternoon, student. Today we are going to start a new chapter. The chapter is States of Matter. In States of Matter, the chapter name is States of Matter. In this chapter, mainly we study here the gaseous state, the properties of gases. You know that matter is classified physical classification means when matter is classified on the basis of their physical properties, then there are three types of matter. You know, you have learned in the previous classes: solid, liquid, and gases. Now I'm some properties of solid, liquid, gases in brief. First, you see, in case of solid, that particles are closely packed. Particles are closely packed. The interparticle forces of attraction is maximum in case of solid. The density of solid is higher in comparison of liquid and gases. And the particles are static. They move. They only vibrate like this. They vibrate on their mean position of rest like this. In case of gases, the interparticle space. One more thing is there. If we want, we apply pressure on the solid to reduce the volume. The volume of the solids cannot be reduced. Cannot be reduced as because the particles are tightly packed. Now, in case of in case of liquids, liquids are also incompressible like solid. In case of liquid, the interparticle distance is more than that of the solid, and particles have linear motion. So, due to this linear motion, they they have kinetic energy, but they there is a strong enough interparticle forces of attraction that keeps the particles of liquid together. The third one is the gases that we are going to read in this chapter. Now we discuss the gaseous state. See, the gaseous state of matter. Mainly we discuss about this topic. So first you see the some basic properties of gases. This is the container, and this container contain a gas. Here these are the gaseous molecules. So what is the general property in case of gases? You observe. First of all, the gases, the interparticle forces of attraction acting between the gases are negligible. Means there is no force of attraction acting between the gaseous particles. So what happens? Now these gaseous particles are free to move inside the container because container is closed. Now these gaseous molecules are colliding with each other as well as collide with the walls of the container. Walls of the container. And you know that when the gaseous molecule collide with the walls of the container, they apply force. Force per unit area is called pressure. It means gas taken in a container will apply pressure. Here pressure is inside. Two types of pressure is working. One is the atmospheric pressure which is applied on the container. This is the external pressure, and inside the container the gaseous molecules are colliding with each other as well as colliding with the walls of the container, and hence exerting some pressure inside the container, that is called gaseous pressure. So we have discussed the interparticle forces of attractions are negligible. Gaseous gases apply pressure, and the density of gases are very low or very less in comparison of solids and gases. We consider it is least in when we compare solid, liquid and gases. Now we categorize the gases. There are two types of categories of gases. Classification of gases. Two types of gases are there. One is ideal gases. Ideal gases. As we know that ideal person is hypothetical. We know that Ram is an ideal person, but you know that on earth if you search Ram, no any person will be found which is equally to Ram. It means it is purely hypothetical. ये आप केवल कल्पना में कर सकते हैं. So that is ideal gases. It is hypothetical. Hypothetical. And second is real gases. Real gases means like real man. They are telling lies. They do some activity which is not be suited with ideal person. So these are real. Like that, gases are also two types: ideal gases and real gases. Now we discuss what is ideal gases in short, because we will get the derivation for ideal gases later, but we give some introduction about the ideal gases. Now we discuss about some properties of ideal gases. Ideal gases. These properties are purely hypothetical. The first property is there is no intermolecular forces of attraction acting among the molecules of the ideal gas. So this is the first property, that the intermolecule means it says that if we take ideal gas, then the intermolecular forces of attraction, like if we take the gaseous particle, these are the particles, gaseous particles, the interparticle forces of attraction is negligible, or there is no intermolecular forces of attraction. The first point. The second point, that the volume of gas molecule, mainly we are taking ideal gas molecule is negligible in comparison of total volume of the container. Container means container may be small, greater. So in comparison of total volume of the container, the volume of the gaseous molecule is negligible. Means no, we can say that the gaseous the molecules of ideal gas is not occupying space. Means the molecules are just considered as the point, considered as the point in case of ideal gas theory. These properties are purely hypothetical. You can write these properties are purely hypothetical. So note down this, or you can take the screenshot. Now I am rubbing it. Now here see, the ideal gases follow the ideal gases follow the following equation known as ideal gas equation. The equation is what? PV is equal to nRT. Students, we are writing this equation, but we will derive this equation after different laws, because we require this equation to introduce some characteristics. What? Here see. Now in this equation, what is P? P is the pressure of the gas. So these are the properties which can be observed. Means we can these properties, if a gas is taken in a container, we can observe its pressure, we can observe its volume, we can see what is the temperature, we can calculate the number of moles. So these are called observable properties. So this is pressure of the gas. V is volume of the container. Why I am telling container? Because the volume of the gas, you know that gases occupy all the spaces provided to it. If container is small, the volume of the gas will be equal to the volume of the container. And if we take large container, the volume of the gas will depend upon that size of the container. So directly we are writing volume of the container. T, temperature, mainly we are taking temperature in Kelvin scale. R, before R I am writing N. N is what? The number of moles of the gas, and R is the universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. No doubt. Units of pressure. In this equation, PV is equal to nRT. We are using P. pressure. So what unit we will take? So units of pressure, first is Newton per meter square, Pascal, bar, ATM. These are the common units. And how these are related, you see. 1 Newton per meter square is equal to 1 Pascal. Pascal is the SI unit. 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter per square. 10 to the power 5 1 Newton per 1 Newton per meter square is equal to Pascal. So it is 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And this is the common unit that is used for the pressure is atmospheric pressure 1 atm. 1 atm is generally 760 mm of Hg. 760 mm of Hg means, here you see, the pressure is measured with the help of barometer. And if we take mercury, this is the mercury layer, and it is inverted in a container containing mercury, then the level of mercury will fall. The level of mercury will fall. Here you see, and the height of this layer is 76 centimeter. So in millimeter it is 760 mm of Hg. It balances the atmospheric pressure. Here atmospheric pressure is atmosphere exerting pressure on the layer, and it balances this height of the mercury. So this is 1 atmospheric pressure. So in terms of mercury height, it is written 1 atmospheric pressure is equal to 760 mm of Hg, and 1 atmospheric pressure is related to Newton per meter square as 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, and 1 atmospheric pressure is related to Pascal, you see, 1.013 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So these are the common units that is used for the pressure. Now one more thing, universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. For that, the units of universal gas constant are will depend upon the units used for pressure, volume, temperature. So units of R, mainly there are three values for R, but in the gaseous, for such type for air, we for the calculation for the gaseous laws, we will use R is equal to 0.082 liter atmosphere. Here see, PV is equal to nRT. R is equal to PV by NT. Here see, for pressure we are using atmosphere, for volume we are using liter, for temperature we will use Kelvin, and for N, this is number of moles, we use mole. So liter atmosphere per mole per Kelvin, per mole per Kelvin. So this is the unit of R that we use in different calculations.